Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World review. Today we're taking a look at the new Savage Strike Monolophosaurus. This is the fourth time the Monolophosaurus has made an appearance in the Jurassic World line. The previous three versions are kind of tough for collectors to get their hand on. They are kind of pricey, so if you missed out the first few times, this is a great opportunity to finally add this species to your collection. I ended up finding this figure at Target. It retails for $9.99, and I was actually looking for this figure for quite some time, and just after going Target, pretty much every day for weeks on end, never found him, and I gave up for the last couple weeks, and I was there shopping today, just doing my normal shopping. Popped by the Jurassic World section, and the whole wave was sitting on the shelf, so I grabbed this one and the Plesiosaurus. And also some good news, if you've been to your local Walmart lately, you'll notice that they expanded the Jurassic World section, but have barely stocked it. This new Savage Strike wave has just recently started showing up at Walmart, so it's a good idea to head out there if you're still looking for those. So let's just go over the packages super quick before we crack this figure open. Comes in the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous style packaging that we've been seeing a lot of lately, which is because Season 3 is premiering in May. You got the Netflix logo up here, Camp Cretaceous logo over here. Toro the Carnotaurus along with some of the kids on the front of the packaging. On the side, you have Bumpy the Ankylosaurus with the rest of the cast. And then on the back of the box, you have a nice picture showing off the Savage Strike action of this Monolophosaurus. You have a cutout right here for the Camp Cretaceous sticker book. Down here in the corner, you have a picture of the other figures available in this wave. All the figures in this wave are repaints. We have the repainted Plesiosaurus, which I did pick up, repaint of the Stygimoloch, which I did not pick up. I'm just kind of tired of seeing that mold. I think I just got burnt out from seeing the same color for a couple of years on the shelf, so I kind of have some animosity towards that figure. And Charlie's making another appearance in this wave, which is good news because he was only available in the early waves of Primal Attack, so it's nice to see this better version of Charlie make an appearance so you can add it to your Raptor squad. So enough about the packaging. Let's crack open this Monolophosaurus and take a closer look. So let's start with a nice 360-degree view of the Monolophosaurus. I have to say I quite like the color scheme on this figure. The body is cast in a really dark gray. It's almost black looking. Then it's airbrushed with this army green color along the back, top of the tail, and the sides of the leg. So it has some nice contrast with that. Then you have these mustard yellow markings along the back and along the top of the head. And that single crest, which Monolophosaurus is known for, is decked out in bright red paint. And I have to say I quite do enjoy the multiple paint apps on here. I know a lot of the Mattel figures suffered from being two-tone, and I'm happy to say this one looks really nice with the multiple paint apps on it. So let's just do a couple quick measurements. This figure, if you measure along the curve of the tail, is about 8.5 inches long and just about 2 3/4 inches tall to the top of the head. So depending on what paleontologist you talk to, the length estimates of Monolophosaurus vary. It is anywhere between 16 and 24 feet long. So with those measurements, that put this figure in the 123 to the 135 scale range. So let's pull this figure in and take a look at some of the details on it. Starting with the head, you can see that crest that Monolophosaurus is known for is nicely sculpted, has some nice light texturing on there, and it's decked out in bright red paint. The eye is done in a neon green color with a black pupil. It really makes that eye stand out. The teeth are done in off-white color. They're a little oversized and goofy looking. And then looking at the tongue right here, that is painted in red. But if you turn the figure over and look at the top of the mouth, that is not painted. Actually, the whole top part of the head is cast in this yellow plastic. It does an okay job of trying to match the yellow that's painted onto the figure over here. But you can see on closer inspection, the colors really don't match up. And then going down to the neck, you can see some nice folds and wrinkles and really fine scale detail all over this figure, especially on the hind legs. Going to the hands are nicely sculpted. The claws on the hands are not painted in. And then going down to the feet, because the feet are a little bit oversized, which helps with the stability of this figure. The figure really does not stand that well. You kind of just have to put it down perfectly for it to stand. Same thing, the toe claws are not painted in. And then looking right here, you can see that army green color. It's kind of tough to pick up on camera. So if you slowly turn the figure, you can see how it just transitions over to that really dark gray coloration. Like I said, it looks almost black in color. And since we got the figure turned over, here is the scan code if you want to scan that into the fax app. And then going down to the tail, you can see that those yellow markings stop just about the base. You get more of that light green going down here and transitions into that dark gray color. So like I said, really do dig the color scheme on this figure. Moving on to articulation, the figure does have basic articulation. The mouth can close, but it does not stay closed because that is tied to the action feature, which we'll get to momentarily. The arms can move forwards and backwards. Let's just focus in on that. And they're on a hinge that allows the arms to swing out. And then going down to the hind legs, there is a lock and ratchet in there That allows you to move the legs forwards. When you get back to the neutral position, you can hear the leg pop back into place. And it allows the legs to go backwards. There's no articulation on the tail because that is tied to the action feature. As I almost flip my camera over, to use the action feature, you just need to push down on the tail, and that allows the mouth to close and snap on its victim. So let's move on with some comparisons. First up, here it is with one of the human figures. Here it is with John Hammond, and next up, here it is with the Attack Pack Alio Ramos, and next up, here it is with the Savage Strike Scutosaurus, and next up, here it is with the Soundstrike Sinoceratops, and next, here it is with the Epic Roaring Tyrannosaurus Rex. Come on, stand. Like I said, the stability of this figure is kind of meh, and here it is with Rexy. And lastly, here it is with some of the other Monolophosaurus released in the line. This is the first Savage Strike version, and this one right here in the back is the Battle Damage version. There's actually another Battle Damage one. It's the green one that came out with a T-Rex 2-pack way back when Fallen Kingdom came out. But this newer Battle Damage one, which came out like over a year ago, never saw released in the US. For some reason, Walmart does not want to support the Battle Damage line. Yet, you know, a day ago, someone found the new Battle Damage T-Rex, so we get in our like 8th version of the Legacy Collection Rex mold. So you have that to look forward to. But man, to some of these newer Battle Damage figures have been a complete pain in the butt to find. This one, the Proceratosaurus, and the new Albertosaurus. It's such a shame that we have to jump through hoops to get these figures. And this Savage Strike one right here was available in the first wave of Savage Strikes back when Primal Attack came out about 2 years ago, and this one's been pretty hard to find because it was only available in one wave. So out of these three, I love the color scheme on this new one. I think it's a vast improvement. The other versions, I just like how it has multiple paint apps on it, and it looks really good in my eyes. So final thoughts on this new Monolophosaurus. Like I said, it's a pretty hard species to add to your collection, so it's nice that we have another chance to add a Monolophosaurus to our Jurassic World collection. So yeah, I do highly recommend this figure, and like I said, it's my favorite paint scheme of the 4 we've gotten so far. So keep checking your Targets and Walmarts. This figure shouldn't be that hard to find. So that'll do it for the review. The only other Jurassic World figure I have the review right now is just the repaint of the Plesiosaurus. So be on the lookout for that review later on this week. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.